My testimony, how I became a Christian. My house was only a 30-second walk from a church when I was a child, but I didn't start going because I wanted to. I went because my friend Megumi, who I really liked, invited me. I didn't go to church because I wanted to hear about God. To be honest, I just enjoyed fooling around there. I couldn't do that at home. My Sunday school teacher was a kind man in his 20s named Mr. Hosoda. Looking back, I think I went to church more to see him than for any other reason. After a few years, he moved to Nagano. I sent him many postcards. My handwriting was messy because I wrote them in pencil. But he always replied with beautiful letters as if he were writing to an adult woman. He always added a Bible verse written in blue fountain pen. I didn't understand those Bible verses at all, but his letters made me very happy. Before I got married, I wrote to him again, and he sent me another thoughtful reply. Even now, more than 30 years later, I still keep those letters. After graduating from junior college, I got a job, but I struggled with relationships at work and quit after only 4 months. I felt like I wanted to die. Then my former teacher, Laura, a Canadian professor from my college, invited me to church. The first time I went, it was winter and snow was falling. I still remember drying my wet feet by the stove. I enjoyed going to church. Every week, I listened to messages from the Bible. Little by little, I began to understand that there is a God who created everything, the universe, the earth, animals, and human beings. But there was one thing I just couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why Jesus Christ had to die on the cross and rise again from my sins. Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." I thought I had lived a pretty serious and responsible life, so it was hard for me to see myself as a sinner. But as I kept reading the Bible, I began to understand that jealousy, anger, and lying are also sins. When I was 21 years old, I was listening to a sermon on a cassette tape at home. At that moment, these words spoke deeply to my heart. You are the one who put Jesus Christ on the cross. For the first time, I understood the meaning of the cross. On another night, I remembered Revelation 3:20. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come in and eat with that person, and they with me. I decided to open the door of my heart. Until then, it had felt as if the door was rusted shut. But that night, it opened completely. And at that very moment, Jesus Christ entered my heart. That was the moment I became a Christian. People often expect Christians to become kinder, more patient, or more cheerful after they come to faith. But nothing changed dramatically for me. My heart was deeply wounded at that time. Still, there's one thing I can say with confidence. If I hadn't become a Christian, I might not even be alive today. God carried me through. It's been 39 years since then. There have been many ups and downs along the way, but every single day I'm convinced that choosing to believe in God has been the best decision of my life. Thank you.